Sitting down with the 10th pick of the NBA draft, Cody Williams on Roundball Roundup on UtahJazz.com. Cody, appreciate you taking the time.
No, thank you for having me.
So I'm sure you've dreamt of the moment of being an NBA player and hearing your name get called.
Mm-hmm.
How did it match up with the reality of that actually happening?
It's way different, actually. Especially, like, in person, it was way more nerve-wracking, way more anxious. So I thought I'd kind of just be, like, happy, and I would, like, maybe cry a little bit, break down. Like, I got my name called, and I was, like, relieved. And I was like, thank God. Like, thank God I go on the stage, and, I can just relax. But definitely that green room was, a lot of anxiety, a lot of nervousness in that. 'Cause just you don't know where you're going to go. Cameras are flying at you. They're recording you, and then they go somewhere else because someone else getting drafted. So, yeah, it's definitely way different than I thought it would be, but I still enjoyed it for sure.
What was it like to be there in the room, having your time to wait for your name to be called?
Yeah, that was, not gonna lie, that was the worst part. Like, it was fun, but it's just like sweating. It's hot. I'm nervous. The whole family's nervous. Everyone looks like they're about to cry. I'm sitting there trying to stay cool, calm, and collective. So I won't forget that feeling. Glad I went through it, but yeah, that green room is for sure just straight anxiety and nervousness the whole time.
Have you been able to rewatch it to see the moment how you did?
Probably 100 times, yeah.
Okay, so
I handled it good.
Okay,
I'm proud
yeah.
of how I did it. You couldn't tell I was nervous, but I knew it for sure. I felt it.
What's it like to have your brother here to support you through these first couple of days? Pretty cool to have him, one, as an NBA player, but he's with you, supporting you as you start your journey.
Yeah, I think it's just cool because I was doing the same thing for him 2 years ago. I was in the green room with him, and then when he got drafted, I was going to OKC, watching his press conferences, watching his first workout. So I think for me, him being able to kind of do the same thing, like, that's such a rare opportunity that we get. So I'm kind of just enjoying the moment. I'm glad he's been able to come along for this ride and this journey.
When's the last time you two played one-on-one?
Probably before he left for college, just because our schedules have been so busy, and it's like normally when you see each other, it's like the off season. So we're kind of like resting our bodies and kind of recovering. So, like, I can't even tell you, like, the score, how many games we played. Can't even tell you who won. He probably did, but, yeah, it's been so long. Like, we'll get a chance this season, obviously, but it's been quite a while.
And he's older.
Yeah.
I've seen him play. Everybody's seen him play.
Mm-hmm.
It's very different from the way that you play.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe the differences in your two games?
I think probably just our bodies are different. He's a man now, so he's just gotten stronger. He started putting on man weight. You could just see it in his shoulders and the way he's just moving defenders and getting to his spots. So I feel like for him, his game is much more physical, and he really, like, embraces contact and moves him out the way, which I do and still learn to do, but it's just because our body types are so different. Like, I'm still a 19-year-old kid, so I still have a lot of ways to go develop my body. So but I definitely say my game is much more, like, smooth. And, I think the biggest difference is just kind of smooth just because of our body types. And he likes to get in there and just move people around. So he's doing a great job of.
He definitely seems like he plays off the crowd a little bit more. You almost look effortless when you play on the court a little bit.
That's the biggest one. Is probably I'm just more stoic.
Yes.
He's more just go out there, like, he just has fun with it. He lets all the emotions out. Like, he's, smiling, laughing down the court. He's cracking jokes with Shea or Jay Will or Chet, when they're running back on defense. So I'm much more like stoic in that, and he's just letting his whole personality show when he's on the court.
What was it about picking Colorado as where you wanted to take your college career? And what was it about Tad Boyle, a guy who you saw even before you were at Colorado, playing with the USA team in Hungary?
I think the biggest thing is I wanted to go to a place that fit me the best and was able to, allow me to shine, and while also fitting into a system and helping the team as much as I could. I didn't want to go to a place where I'd be put in a box where it was like, this is your position, you're going to do this. You're going to run to the corner every time and catch and shoot, or, you're just going to play defense and set screens. So I think going to a system where I was allowed to, set ball screens, receive ball screens, run the wing, run the point guard, push in transition, pick up full court, play a big down, play the four. I feel like that kind of allowed me, not only gave us our team the best chance of winning, but also allowed me to just showcase my versatility and made me a better player all around.
What was the step up in competition from high school to college?
Just the physicality was really the biggest part. You learn the offenses, you learn the system, you obviously get more comfortable. But I think that was the first time in my life where I was really, like, lifting heavy weights and really got a consistent routine of lifting. So for me, just embracing that and then learning to embrace the physicality. It took me a few weeks when I first got there in the summer, but then after I got used to the system, used to the physicality, I was able to thrive.
You worked out here in Utah, right?
Yeah.
Clearly it went well.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel coming out of that workout you did?
I was exhausted, especially with the altitude. And it was, they gave me another person to work out with just to kind of take reps off. But it was still like, do the 3-minute run afterwards. But most definitely it was like a hard workout. They obviously showed me things I need to work on, things I can get better at. For me, I got a lot out of that workout, which is why I feel like I'm here right now.
You were at P3?
Yeah,
right?
in Santa Barbara.
Yeah. So you took a little bit of time off of altitude. Now you're back in altitude.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that adjustment is going to be like getting back into it?
I think the biggest thing is I know what to expect. So, like, the feeling of being in altitude isn't going to shock me. I feel like I'll be able to get in shape a little quicker and get used to altitude a little quicker just because I've been in it. But most definitely I still feel it, especially today. Like, do the first few warm-up reps and you're already, breathing heavy. You already got sweat going. But I think, give me another week or two, like, altitude's going to be no problem. For me, it's just, obviously just getting more comfortable with the plays and the system and just kind of learning Utah Jazz basketball. But, yeah, you definitely feel the altitude. Even when you step off the plane, you feel it.
How do you see your group of draft class, you, Kyle, and Isaiah, fitting into this Jazz team?
I think we fit in really well, especially because we each bring, like, something different to the team. Isaiah is just a smart, strong point guard, makes the good reads, makes the right play. Obviously, Kyle's a big that's able to stretch out the floor and, has a presence in the paint. And then me just being versatile, being able to play multiple spots. Like, I feel like just having different guys that bring different things to the team just kind of helps the team and, helps the team be, more well-rounded because every position, every need is covered.
Excited for Summer League with those guys?
Most definitely. I think that's the time where I can enjoy the experience while also, just making connections and getting closer with my teammates, and, really learning more about them and, just having fun, Summer League's, maybe, you maybe get to do it twice. So for me, just really soaking in all the experience and the knowledge is the biggest thing for me and just forming those connections.
Last thing, because the research turned it up. Superhero fan?
Yeah.
Marvel
I like
guy?
my Marvel movies, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
All right, which is the ones that you really enjoy? Best Marvel movies?
Avengers, for sure. First Avengers, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, Black Panther's up there for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. Obviously, Infinity War and Endgame, those are definitely one of the great ones. But, yeah, I think those. First, Iron Man. All three of them are good.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Iron Man is probably, I think that's probably top 2, top 3 for me in Marvel movies.
People sleep on those first Iron Man
movies.
movies.
First Iron Man, like,
yeah.
I rewatched it like a few weeks ago. Like, that's a really good movie. So
Robert Downey Jr. crushing it.
Yeah, he could act, so he's good.
We'll see him on the floor at Salt Lake City Summer League and in Las Vegas. He's Cody Williams on Roundball Roundup on UtahJazz.com. Cody, thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Sitting down with the Jazz's 29th pick in the NBA draft, Isaiah Collier on Roundball Roundup on UtahJazz.com. Isaiah, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Isaiah, what's it been like working out with Keontae George in the lead up in this draft process?
It's been great. Definitely just, seeing the work ethic for someone that's been in the NBA already for a whole year. And then me, becoming, growing to be in that position as far as just, going into the league is definitely, levels to it for sure. So, definitely just seeing how Keontae got better, I feel like it's going to really show this year.
What stands out about his game?
Definitely the shooting ability, get into his jump shot, creative. So, things like that, it's been great just seeing that.
You're from Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta.
And there are a lot of really good players down there.
Yeah.
What was it like competing against players at your age level and standing out as one of the top recruits?
It was great, especially just being in Atlanta. If you want something, you got to go get it. So, competing against the best of the best every single night, it was great, for me and for my teammates and for the school overall. Just going to a public school, I think that's definitely built me in a way for sure. So, overall, it was great just being there. And, I learned a lot, and it was I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
Jaylen Brown went there, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever crossed paths with him?
Yeah, a little bit.
What's it been like to see NBA players before you joined the league and now being a part of that brotherhood now?
It's great, especially, seeing JB just, win the finals MVP. We got Sharif Abdul-Rahim, JJ Hickson, a couple other players. So, it's great just seeing the rich history as far as just, at Willard. And, just being there all 4 years was definitely a blessing for me as far as just playing in that atmosphere and coaching-wise, as far as just having great coaches. So, for me, it was a great overall experience. And, like I said, I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
How'd you end up at USC?
Definitely the relationship I built with the coaches. I mean, I think that's what it started with, and then just growing and just getting to know each other every single day. As far as just being on campus, it was great. So, I mean, I feel like the only thing that went wrong, we didn't have the season we wanted to have. But I mean, for me, if I had to make a decision again, I'll choose USC again. So, for me, it was just a lot of learning for me that year. It grew me as a person. So, I'm thankful for that.
What was the step up in competition going from high school to college?
I mean, college, it's a lot of older players now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's definitely it's a different game for sure. I feel like, it's not as much, it's more structured. So, that's really what college is, more structured, not as much spacing. So, I mean, I think that's the really main difference right there.
The thing that stands out about your game definitely is the passing.
Mm-hmm.
Where does that come from? Where did you start appreciating good passing in your game?
Where it came from, I actually used to play safety football. So
Right.
I had to, I got to see the whole field. So, I mean, for me, I used to be called pick six. So I used to, go get the interceptions all the time. So for me, I just, got to see the field from a different, perspective. And then I think that translated to basketball as I grew up. And then for me, it's just, it's sort of simple. But, for me, it's just, I got to make more simple reads than, home run reads. So, yeah.
Why weren't you a quarterback?
I mean, I didn't really have a good arm like that, but
Yeah.
I played quarterback a little bit, but I was running the ball most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're a defensive player, so you're okay with the little physicality
little
as well.
defense, wide receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. At USC, I even watched an interview with you and Caleb Williams,
Mm-hmm.
right? What's that connection between that guy who's now
That's great.
he's an NFL player?
I mean, it's great just seeing, what Caleb Williams does on a day-to-day basis. I mean, it's just we used to just take walks around campus, just talk about life. So, I mean, that was really our thing every week. Yeah. Just I'm, happy for him, what he's doing in Chicago. And, I mean, I feel like we, both looking forward to each other's season. So, yeah.
Be cool to see both of you guys in your respective sports.
Yep.
Talk to Coach Enfield, like I said before we
Mhm.
started. He pointed out Washington, the away game.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think he picked that game as the game for me to watch?
As far as just me being my true self,
Mhm.
just being confident and just, just being that killer. And for me, it's just, it took a while for college to, connect with me. But, I mean, towards the back end of the season, I feel like, that was the best version of me. So, I mean, I feel like that Washington game, it was like the best version of me. And I got to, excel, whatever they gave me or whatever they showed me, I answered to it. So, yeah.
4 buckets in the final 3 minutes in that game. I mean, that's what you're going to require when it comes to the next level in competition. What was it like and hearing your name get called, and I'm sure you dreamt of that sort of scenario, but finally it becoming a reality?
I mean, I'm just blessed, to be here at Utah, a great organization. The rich history as far as just, great point guards. And for me, it's just a blessing. So, I mean, it's like a sign of relief, when my name first got called. Just happy for me, my family, and friends. So, I mean, it's a long journey, and I just know it's just the beginning.
What are you looking to show in Summer League?
Just being my complete self. I mean, just, being the best version of me. And, being that second half, of the season, college season of me. So, yeah.
What's one thing that people don't know about Isaiah Collier?
Goofy, just love to have fun. It's just great to be around. So, yeah.
I also heard you're a picky eater.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I don't eat eggs.
No eggs?
No eggs, no seafood.
Wow.
Couple other foods. So, I don't know. It just happened. I never even tried it. That's just crazy, but I don't know.
That's going to change during the NBA season, I think.
We'll see.
Somebody might get you out.
I mean, I don't know. If it happened, I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll catch up later in the season, see if you tried any
we'll
other
see.
different breeds. Isaiah Collier, the 29th pick in the NBA draft. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
One of the Jazz's newest draft picks, Kyle Filipowski, with me now on Roundball Roundup on UtahJazz.com. Kyle, thank you so much for sitting down, but you just got in town and were able to tour the facility. How was it like, and what are you looking forward to working here?
Yeah, I mean, first off, thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here in Utah. Just seeing the facility, meeting everyone in the organization, it's been wonderful already, and I've already gotten a sense for the family environment and the culture here, and I mean, it's just been awesome.
Have you really been watching Lauri Markkanen in the pre-draft stuff to get you ready for the NBA?
I have actually, yeah. It's funny how the world works sometimes, and that's one of the players that I love to watch a lot these last few years. So being able to hopefully be his teammate, and I'm really looking forward to it.
What is it about his game that stands out that you want to take or that you appreciate?
Yeah, I think just how well he moves for being 7 feet, and just how fluid and smooth he moves on the perimeter, and his jump shot. I think he's just a very, very unique player for his size, and that's something that I've tried to do myself for my game growing up. So being able to see other players like myself, or even more perimeter oriented, it's something that's really cool for me to see, because I'm able to remind myself by watching them too. Like, you're able to do this. It doesn't matter 7 feet or not. You can do whatever you strive to do.
This is the way the game's going, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
When you look at your career and going to Duke, being John Shire's first recruit, how do you end up there, and how'd you end up as that first recruit?
Yeah, I mean, it all started just with him recruiting me as the associate coach still, and he didn't know who was going to be the next head coach. And I mean, my relationship just grew with him. We shared the same vision for what we wanted in a program, and goals for the team. So I mean, just making that connection, that relationship with him, and then finding out before I committed that he was going to be the next head coach at Duke, that really was something big for me, because I already had this relationship with him. So I think it just kind of started with all these phone calls and getting into deep conversations, and that's what made me want to commit to him first.
Why stay 2 years?
I never want to rush my life.
Sure.
Obviously, everyone has a different journey. Some people are more concerned and focused with getting onto the next stage of their lives and kind of rushing their process, I guess. But I wanted to do what was best for me, what made me most happy, and that was staying another year at Duke.
What was your welcome to Duke moment? Because there's a difference between some Power 5 basketball and Duke basketball. That's almost the pinnacle. Those people are crazy out there in North Carolina in a good way.
Yeah, I think my welcome to Duke moment was probably one of the first games we played my freshman year.
Okay.
And just the environment in Cameron, it was ecstatic. Like, you just you can't even hear yourself. The noise is just so deafening, and my ears are ringing for hours after the game. So just kind of seeing how much everyone in Durham lived Duke basketball, it was crazy.
Were you able to catch up with Coach Wojo, now being with the Jazz, and he's the head coach of the Salt Lake City Stars?
Yes, I have. We've been able to catch up a little bit, grab a bite to eat, and just reconnect, which has been great.
What's he like as a coach? You were able to see it a little bit. There's a mic'd up moment on YouTube. You and him. He's coaching at the Coach K Academy. You can already tell he's ready to slap the floor at any moment. But what was it like to be around him and see him?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really obviously watch him growing up. I think he was a little before my time, and
Sure.
I don't mean to age him, but he knows I'm messing with him. But yeah, so just kind of seeing him coaching K Academy and having the team meetings and kind of some of the things he did, like when they were watching film, we were one of the worst teams going into the playoffs, and we ended up making the championship. And we had a really intimate moment as a team, and he was just sharing so many life stories, and it got emotional with all of these, middle-aged, older guys, and it's something I've never witnessed before, but only Wojo could do that, and just seeing the intensity, the fire, the camaraderie he brought, it was really fun to be part of that.
And I'm sure it's good to have somebody who a previous relationship here at the new place where you're working.
Yeah, no, it's amazing just having Coach Wojo here already, and kind of having that familiarity already, and just already adding another supporter to my side.
How are you liking your first couple days in Utah, and what stands out about Salt Lake City?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing, of course, is the mountains. I kind of feel like I'm in a little pit with the city of Salt Lake, and the mountains are surrounding. But I think it's beautiful. I've loved my first few days here. I love the weather, just the environment. It feels very. It brings out a lot of positive vibes, and I'm just excited to learn more about it, try new things, go to different places, and just become part of this community.
What are you looking forward to most about Salt Lake Summer League and eventually Las Vegas Summer League?
Yeah, I think just kind of working my way to the season with building a good group of guys, getting familiar and comfortable working with the other guys and my teammates, and just trying to bring that winning attitude starting with the Summer League.
And you're going to be teammates with Armando Bacot, a UNC guy. Is it going to be easy to break that old rivalry?
Oh, we've already moved past that.
Yeah.
We saw each other yesterday, and the first thing we did was just laugh at one another. I think the rivalry is a little bit more for the fans than it is us players, because us players, there are a lot of times we grow up together and play on the same AAU team. Like Jeremy Roach and Armando Bacot, they played on the same AAU team. So of course there may be times where the intensity gets really real and in the moment and things like that. But at the end of the day, like outside of basketball, we're all good with each other, and that's the beauty of it.
We'll be looking forward to it, and I'm watching it as he begins his Salt Lake and Jazz career here with the Utah Jazz. Kyle Filipowski, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.